I would like to congratulate India on landing on the dark side of the moon. I would also like to now invite India, politely, to return the £2.3 billion worth of foreign aid money that we sent them between 2016 and 2021. We're also set to give them £57 million next year, but I think the British taxpayer should keep hold of that money, don't you? We should not be giving money to countries with a space programme. As a rule, if you can afford to fire a rocket at the dark side of the moon, you shouldn't be coming to us with your hand out. India has 229 million people living in poverty, according to the United Nations. That's the highest number anywhere in the world. It's also the fifth largest economy and has an annual GDP of around $3.75 trillion. Why are we paying to help poverty-stricken Indians when their own government can't be bothered? And while we're at it, we gave China 48 million quid in 2022, down from the cool 82 million pounds the year before. China is the second largest economy in the world, and the moon appears to be a recurring theme here, because China, which also does have a space programme, was looking at creating a giant fake moon to hover over crops at night, brightening the sky and boosting crop production. If you're doing stuff like that, you don't need foreign aid. And that's before we talk about what they did to the world in relation to COVID. We've given foreign aid to Syria, although we had to rein that in when it turned out that some of that was going directly to terrorists. Afghanistan, now under total control of the Taliban, reportedly got £187 million in foreign aid a couple of years ago. Another 128 million quid went to Pakistan. And there are serious concerns that that found its way into the hand of terror cells over there, which would not be a massive shock, would it, considering actual Osama bin Laden managed to live for years just next door to Pakistan's main military base. There have been more surreal examples of foreign aid wastage. Several million pounds of our money went to supporting the Ethiopian Spice Girls, Yegna. There are even reports suggesting that we once parted with £25 million for Kenyan rainmakers to predict the weather by watching ants, £2.5 million to help cut red tape in Serbia, and £11.3 million to promote solar and green energy in Nigeria, while simultaneously giving them £19.5 million to promote their oil industry. Our overall foreign aid budget will be around 11 or 12 billion quid. Look, just think about where all of that money could be spent here in Britain. Drivers from Tuesday face paying an additional ULEZ charge. Our economic growth has stagnated. We don't have enough houses, prisons, doctors, nurses, teachers, or the facilities for any of those professions. This is a slap in the face for taxpayers. The world is laughing at Britain over this, and the British government is laughing at us.